Everybody, and welcome back to Erlengrot in our Farming in the Alps series. It is early summer, and we finally have some decent weather to try to get some hay made. I'm up here kind of north of the sawmill, working the land. Where we've got probably about half of this area cut. Using guided steering, of course, helping the process. Kind of cloudy weather today, but looks like we've got probably 2 or 3 days of dry weather, at least according to the forecast. The forecast has definitely been wrong before. Gotta think about that. Take a look at that forecast. So we got cloudy weather today, sunny skies tomorrow, and sunny skies Saturday. Decent drying conditions. Not excellent, but decent drying conditions this afternoon. Decent drying conditions tomorrow. So I am hoping that we can get this grass mowed this afternoon and then dried tomorrow. Then we'll basically get it windrowed, baled, and collected tomorrow. All of our crops have finally fully emerged. We are good to go on that front. And yeah, I thought I'd bring you in a little bit of mowing and try to do one video where we cover the whole process, the whole haymaking process: mowing, drying, windrowing, baling, and then collecting. So it is summertime, sheep are done. Got just over 3 full pallets of wool. Sold that the other day. Didn't make a ton of money, a couple $1,000. Been doing some fertilizing contracts. Again, trying to get that money account up by the halving shed. Put our calves in there once they, quote unquote, get weaned off of their mamas. Start getting the milk, then we can start hauling milk on a regular schedule to the chocolate and cheese factories. That'll start bringing in the money on a pretty regular basis. Also, starting to run low on straw, so I think I'm going to stop putting bedding down for the cows. That way we can continue to make TMR. Got just 6 bales of straw left, and we got wheat in the ground, but no sign of it being ready anytime soon. Run through a bale a day for our mixed rations. Probably do without the straw in making our mixed rations, but it does help silage go a little bit further. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting the rest of this section, and I'm going to cut the big section north of the main farm. We're going to go kind of all in to try to get as much grass cut and as much hay made as possible. Let me get lined up for this next long run. And I'll show you what land I'm talking about. Typically when I do grass work, I set the clock to 1x speed. And I will bump it back to 5x speed once we're done all the cutting. We are putting this in hay, and that's right, this hay. I think we've already cut maybe this section up here. Nope. We're going to do all of this in hay and all of that in hay. We'll leave this section here alone. We're going to try to make as much hay as possible because there is no assurance that we will have good weather. No assurance that we're going to have good weather till Sunday. So we're sure going to try. If we get rained out, well, then we're kind of up the creek. A whole bunch of wet grass down on the field. But isn't that part of what farming is? Kind of the risk, reward, the gamble. All right, so I'll bring it back when we are ready to windrow. Will hopefully be sometime tomorrow. And good evening. Last I left you, I think we were still mowing yesterday afternoon, and well, it is now day 3 of early summer, the last day of early summer, and well, hay didn't really dry until late this evening. We're out here with our cool little ET08 plus or something, doing the windrowing. Be out here tomorrow around midday doing the baling. I have to say, this little machine is pretty darn cool. Something I noticed is that the display on the inside changes. It has a light mode and a dark mode. Pretty darn cool. Jump on the inside real quick. See the display. Display is dark. Has a dark background. Turn the lights off. Now it has a white background. Turn the headlights on. Just a dark background. That's pretty cool. I like that. Figures that if you've got your lights on, then maybe it's getting dark, and you don't want the display inside to be kind of blinding you, hitting you with a bunch of light, glaring maybe. So it transitions to a dark background. That's pretty neat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 passes around the field, and then I'm going to kick in guidance steering, and then just make straight passes across. That's what I did over on the grass above the sawmill. Nice. Like I said, tomorrow morning be doing our chores, feeding our animals. The baler's all ready to go. Sure, the bale trailer is ready to go, and then at that point we will probably grab an early lunch and get started baling. Probably be baling for the rest of the day. Got good weather in the forecast for tomorrow. Let me show you the forecast once we get around here. A few more corners to go. I have absolutely no idea how many bales we're going to get off of this. It should definitely set us up to be good quite a long time. Now, I do expect to have a fair number of mouths feed more than we have now in the coming months. Got 150 dairy cattle. Most of them are pregnant at this point, and therefore most of them will be giving birth to calves in the coming months. So while I don't think we're going to necessarily double the number of cattle we have here at the farm, I think it's going to come pretty darn close. That locked in, and let's take a look here. So we got good weather for the rest of the day. Saturday we got good sunny skies all the way into the forecast, and then rain scheduled for Sunday. So Cole's going to be out there, getting out there to bale around maybe 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and get that done, get all the bales picked up for tomorrow night. That way we'll be in a position for, wants to rain all day Sunday, well, that's fine and dandy because we're good to go. Got good, nice skies for Monday, rain on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies on Wednesday, and then partly rainy on Thursday. So this was a perfect window of opportunity to get in here and get the hay made, and well, luckily I think we were able to get it done. Unless we have a surprise rainstorm come up tonight that's going to totally ruin our plans. It's going to take the rest of the evening to be out here, probably until late, getting this windrowed. Just be in a position to get all that baled up tomorrow. So I'll report back tomorrow, let you know how things are going. And good morning to you. It is day 3 of our wonderful hay making adventure. Got everything windrowed late last night. Our morning chores, and well, came out here, checked the hay, and it looked like it was pretty much dried off from the dew. So thought we'd get a little jump on it. It's going to take us quite a long time to get this baled up. Installed a bale counter. We are already up to 26 bales just by doing the 2 arounds on this smaller grass area north of the sawmill. Bales are coming up nice and tight. Looking really, really good. I'll tell you, I was researching this because of the fact that on our multiplayer server, we've had a hard time trying to get right drying conditions in order to make hay. Of course, with seasons, you've got to have a few days of really good weather in order to get that hay made. And case in point right here, we are working our 3rd day in order to bring this hay in, because it wasn't we didn't have a dry crop condition until it was kind of mid-afternoon on our first day. We didn't get the grass dry and switched over to hay until after 6 p.m. on day 2. Since we are using a smaller rake, of course we could use a bigger rake, but I chose to use a smaller rake that came with the Alpine farming expansion. Using a smaller rake, it took us quite literally a few hours to get this all raked up, and as a result it was getting dark. Realistically, the dew would probably be setting in, so it wouldn't really be a good time to start baling anyway. So we went ahead and left the hay on the ground. Today, sun come out and kind of dry off the hay a little bit from the previous evening's dew. And well, here we are baling her up on day 3. Take a look at the forecast. I would say we're probably pushing it. We got rain tomorrow. Sun, rain, rain. So this was our window, probably to make hay until who knows when. Because, well, at this point, crops are growing well. See that maybe, but I doubt it. Maybe our cereals will be ready in late summer, but I'm really thinking that most stuff is going to come due in early autumn. Look back here at our growth. So, got our cereals, our corn, and our sunflowers. So sunflowers are one growth behind. I really see them coming in probably mid-autumn, and the corn and wheat both coming in early autumn. And if we've got, if we got good weather in autumn, well, that's bring in the crops weather. That's not make hay weather. This legitimately could be our only opportunity to make hay this year. Do as best as we can, take as much as we can, fill both of our haystacks, and we should be good to go until next year. We're going to probably have leftover hay, and if we do have leftover hay, then we'll just sell it down at the barn and get rid of it that way. I don't see much need for 3 haystacks worth of hay, given our current burn rate of about 2 bales a day. Current barn, the calves aren't going to eat as much as the grown cattle, so we'll probably advance to maybe a load and a half of TMR a day. Put us about a burn rate of about 3 bales a day of hay. And if we think about how many days we have between now and next year, this time, playing 9-day seasons, we have 27 days per game year. 9, 18, 27, no, 36 days per game year. Burn through 3 bales per day. So that's 3, 6, 9, plus 6, 12, 18. So it's about 118 bales a day. 108 bales a day, or bales a year. So we're going to have more than enough. In fact, we probably didn't even need that upper field, based on what we're getting off of this. It's okay. It's all good. It's all money. See, we've got $114,000. While I was waiting for the grass to dry, I did go ahead and do a hay contract. So secretly, I've got probably about a dozen silage bales baking, and when they are fully fermented to silage, I will be in a position to sell those too for a little extra money. We are doing pretty darn good. But I tell you, the sketchy weather really has, on the server, really had made me thinking, are hay dryers a legitimate thing? Now, we've got hay dryers in game, but that doesn't mean they're legit. It just means someone decided they wanted a fast route, taking grass and switching it to hay, so that without seasons, you don't have to ted it, or with seasons, you don't have to wait for it to dry. So I wanted to see if were hay dryers a legit thing. Apparently they are. Now, their purpose isn't to allow the farmer to bale grass, fresh cut, and dry it down into a hay bale. Their purpose seems to be to allow the farmer to bale wet hay, say grass that's closer to hay than it is to grass. So high moisture hay, bale it, and then stack the bales into a dryer, and the dryer blows air to the top and bottom of the bale, and basically over the course of some amount of time will dry the bale down to the desired moisture level. Apparently these dryers also have the capability of having a burner installed in them, so that we don't just blow air, we blow warm air or hotter air, not hot air, because we don't need these things catching fire, but we blow warmed air through the bale in order to aid in its drying process. So that seemed like a pretty interesting, odd idea. Someone to basically make a mod that was a pseudo-realistic hay dryer, where we don't have wet hay. That's not a fill type, but we do have semi-dry grass. Okay, so the ability for someone to be able to bale grass. Let's just and in real life you can bale grass and use this to dry it to hay. So we gotta break it down a little bit for the game mechanics. Okay, so to be able to take and bale grass, you'd have to bale it without a wrapper baler. So to bale grass and have a grass bale, then take that grass bale and put it in one of these hay dryer machines, and maybe it takes 12 hours. I don't know. It takes some decent period of time to dry the bale down, and as it's drying the bale down, then at some magical hour, it basically despawns the grass bale and spawns in a hay bale. And then bing, the oven rings and the cooking is done, and then you can take out a hay bale when hours before you put a grass bale in. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to add to the game, as opposed to a loose grass dryer where you dump grass in and you pull hay out. Thinking about that, it's like, how does that work? Because it doesn't put it in a giant pile in the building and blow air through it, does it? I think that the pile would just get so dense, heavy, that there wouldn't be ample airflow. But this hay bale option seemed to be fairly legit, seemed to be a real product. Found real websites with videos and photos of them, where you put square bales or round bales, and they had areas where air would come from under the bale and over the bale. This machine would basically expand open, so you could place the bale in it, and then it would clasp down on the bale that had good contact to blow the air through the bale, and then it would just you turn it on, let it run. So let me know in the comments, what do y'all think of this hay dryer idea or bale dryer idea? I'm going to continue on baling, and I'll bring you back when we've got the bale done. How many we got now? We're up to 43 bales. Got all of this left to do, all the way down to the road. And then we have the all of that way off there in the distance. And you're only seeing part of it over there. Got all that to bale, so I'm just going to go ahead and hammer down, get to baling, and bring you back when we're done. See what our total bale count is. Talk a little bit about the day. See what maybe mods have dropped since we started this whole process. This has taken 3 days in-game, and at this point it's been 2 real days of time off and on, of course, doing this hay. So it's been a pretty involved process. I'll catch you guys this evening one last time. And happy afternoon, everybody. We are closing out our 3 days of haymaking, and in total we made 292 hay bales off 64 acres or thereabout. Already cleared field up by the sawmill. First full load off of the upper field. Nearly done. Stack is nearly full. We will have a fair number of bales left that we're just going to sell straight to market. Like I said, I think that's going to do us. We're not going to need to make any more hay for the rest of the year. It's coming along quite nicely there. Now that we're in mid-spring or midsummer, and take a look at all those bales up there on the hill. Yeah, like I said 292 bales in total. At least we can haul about haul 24 bales at a trip. This trailer. So 292 bales. Yeah, kind of a little funny there, isn't it? So 4 trips is 98 bales. About 12 trips with the bale trailer amongst all of the across both fields. So not too terrible bad to pick up that many bales. I mean, just coming off the Pros versus Joe's challenge, biggest problem is baler pickup arm there sometimes gets underneath the terrain and out. I mean, coming off the Joe's versus Pros challenge where we made 16,000 silage bales over the course of 4 weeks. Both teams did, independent of each other. Okay, so all across the server, that's 32,000 bales, man. 292 is drop in the bucket. That's nothing. It did take a long time, and not something that I would want to do every day. Took a lot longer than most videos take to produce, that's for sure. Hey, look at this. We're up here on the hill, down over the farm. Got me wondering how many how many straw bales we're going to get off of our wheat fields. It actually got me a little worried. We're going to get enough straw bales off of our wheat fields, or if we're going to need to do some contract work and install that mod that lets you take straw off of contract fields. We're just going to have to see. Been burning through a load of TMR a day, game day, so that's 1 bale a day. And if we have in 9-day seasons, 9, 18, 36 game days, so we only need 36 straw bales. TMR, no big deal. But we've been burning through 2 bales a day for the cow bedding. As our calves come in, they're going to need bedding. So our burn rate on that, we could go from 3 bales a day for the cows between bedding and TMR to 6 bales a day. We're going to have to start making more TMR too. So if we do that, then we're going to need 6 times 38, right? 36, 6 times 36. So that suddenly becomes a lot more bales. So trying to plan this out. We don't want to run out of bales like we are here. We only got 1 straw bale left in the middle of midsummer. Three more bales over there. Fill that one up. So yeah, it's been a long journey to get these hay bales made. But it'll be the last time we need to do it, probably this year. We do have time before winter comes, and after we get all the harvest off, to do another cut. We'll do another cut, and well, we'll probably just go straight to market and sell the bales. No reason to leave the money on the field, so to speak, right? Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this kind of format for the process? Just kind of documenting a little bit of each step. I didn't think it would be overly. I didn't think y'all would overly like having this whole process in 4 videos over the course of a week and a day. Mowing video, windrowing video, baling video, and a pickup video. I mean, that would have helped me out greatly. Could have gotten 4 videos done in the time it made me do 1, but again, I don't think it really would have helped out that terrible much. Something that I do plan on doing this winter. Yep, we're gonna make butter this winter. So I just did a mod review on the butter production pack. Farmer Andy over at lsfarming-mods.com. Haven't seen that video, go check it out in my mod review playlist. But I thought, you know what, that could be a task that I do over winter. We should be making milk well before winter starts. And I don't know what the winter's going to look like here in the Alps, but I suspect it's going to be cold, and we might have snow And I suspect the ground will definitely be frozen. We won't be doing any field work other than caring for our animals. Didn't really seem like there was probably going to be too much going on. But if I invest in the butter churning equipment, then I could profit it by making some butter and selling it to the chocolate factory or the cheese factory. Let's take a look. See, done to the prices. So milk right now is between $6.24 and $6.84. Butter, oh wow, is between $9.98 and $1,055. So yeah, takes a bit of work. Can be worth it in the end. Grab the ground there. So yeah, I think that's how I'm going to spend some of my days in winter, is making up some butter. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Anything else I should be getting into? Probably going to be making some pig food. I'm going to use Place Anywhere, and I'm going to stick a pig food mixer probably over one of the train silo facilities. Probably this one over here. Across the street from the animal dealer. And we'll use GTX's pig food mixer for that. Because we have sunflowers. Check. We have wheat. Check. We have corn. Check. So all three of those be accepted by his pig food mixer. And we can mix up pig food. Put in the silo. Probably be doing that over winter. I don't think we're going to be making up any TMR. Perfectly fine using the TMR mixer here to do that process. Yeah, let me know. And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.